welcome to episode 39 of Petty and Friends. I'm going to let Adi introduce our guest.
We have the Miss Wonderful and educated, super duper educated teacher, LaKendra Parks.
Hello, hello.
That's okay.
This is my 11th year in education. I've taught grades 6 through 12, and currently I'm getting my master's. I'll be done soon, thanks to coronavirus, in early childhood education. And I'm ready to start that new part of my life.
Something good gonna come out of it. Look, she's gonna finish her degree, and it's just gonna be straight up. We're gonna be good.
Yes.
I didn't know it was 11 years. I like you was in it before everybody.
I know. I don't know what I was thinking, but I really love teaching. It's the craziest thing. Why would I pick this career?
You're the perfect person, though, the perfect type of person for teaching, because I feel like you don't take yourself too serious and like you're honest with the kids. So I feel like they're gonna always relate to you, and you look like them. So that too, when you fly and you look like them, it's fine. Me and Adi used to always get mistaken for students, right?
What? At the school?
Yeah, they be like, go to class. I'm like, first of all, I'm grown.
Oh my
Even now.
Yes.
If I'm not dressed up, they stopping me in the hallway. Hey, can you get to class? I'm like, I work here. Let me wear my badge. Let me put my badge.
I know you see this badge. I know you see this badge.
My first year, I thought I was gonna wear heels and come in here. And it was Dunbar Middle School. I don't know what I was in for, but yeah, my first year of teaching took me for a ride. I wasn't really doing much. I survived.
She said I survived.
Yes.
So how are you feeling about everything that's going on when it comes to COVID and the impacts on teaching?
I really think COVID-19 has put a wrench in all of our lives, especially education. But I think it's really shined the necessary light on the value that education has. Mm-hmm. Teachers, our job comes with little to no prestige. Like, it used to be a career that people wanted to go to school for. Like, our ancestors fought to make schools, to make teachers to teach our kids. Yeah. We had schools that were only for our people. Like, that's how important it was. And I mean, we're daycares now. Yeah. We're not worried about the kids learning. We worry about the kids getting a lunch, being in a safe environment. How can you have children and be a parent and you can't feed your kids, keep them safe from violence or not harm them, and you need school to do this for you? Yeah. That's the part I'm just not feeling. It's not even about the learning part, because you can always get caught up. Like, everybody's going to be behind equally. Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah, that's crazy. It is crazy how different it is now. Mm-hmm. Like, I always talk to people and they say that segregation or desegregation kind of ruined the school system for us.
You would think. Think it would be the other way around, but even now, just talking to parents, we have classmates whose kids are in high school and middle school, and some of them feel like in Mansfield, they're just getting the best education. Like, it's so much stigma surrounding schools to have more white people in them, like they're better, when it might not be the best for your kids. That'd be the first school to label your child as 504 said too, just to not deal with them in your culture.
Yep. Yep. And then you don't have anybody that looks like them there, so it's hard for them to even have representation.
Yes, or space.
Right. Yeah. What did you want to ask, Adi?
What was your reaction back in, what was it, March? And they were like, we're going online.
Okay, before we went online, it was just like, okay, it's spring break. I'm like, cool, I'm on spring break. They like, okay, We're not going back to another week. I said, oh, this is a long spring break. This has been the longest spring break ever in my life. I'm still on spring break. That's how I feel. When we were going online, I wasn't too worried, because I teach part of my class online, like a hybrid. So my online classroom environment already existed. Like, hey, why not? We used to have computers. But yeah, it was different, because half of the kids went logging in. It was like, hey, they're going to have to pass me. And they were right. Class of 2020 passed. Everybody graduated. I don't care what they say. Everybody graduated. We'll see how that goes coming up.
Now
Yeah.
you in a different district than I am, and I know we had to make phone calls on phone calls on phone calls. So did y'all have to do that as well?
We had to contact our kids, but they didn't say what method, like whether it was phone, email. We just had
I'll
to
say I got it easy.
contact.
You had to
We had a
call?
little bit of options. Had some
Yes,
options.
I had to call, getting cussed out, and it was bad. Y'all blowing my phone up for this? We just want your kids to log on. We just want them to log on.
Even
Just look like you doing work.
even
For
on
real.
even on the college level, we had to do calls.
Mm.
Well, I did both. I did calls and texts. So
They should have been trying to get their credits.
I mean, you know, because they're not gonna pass you.
Yeah, they're not at all.
We're not passing you, so you better get it together.
Nah, they ain't got no percentage quota they got to get.
Nah, they like, you gonna pay for this class again.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And
what
for
that
the
is.
online portion, they want to add their little online fee on there. I saw it on my little receipt. I'm like,
And I'm like trying to understand how you gonna charge somebody for like doing less work when it comes to like just.
okay.
I'm talking about online. No. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about college level. It's less work because that's what you do. Like that's natural. You know what I'm saying? But on the grade school level, now that's different. Now that's extra work.
It is.
Yeah.
So what was the process for? You know, you said you already had a hybrid class, but like, did you have to do anything extra?
I had to create different logins. We had to use an online curriculum. Like my district purchased all these materials. Like I'm in Crowley ISD now. I used to be in Fort Worth. And I mean, they're so close, but they had totally different responses to the prices. Like they still are different. And I'm like, can't y'all just talk to each other? Can y'all just get on one accord? But they purchased a lot of curriculum for us to use that was made for online school. At my campus, which is the Bill R. Johnson CTE, we also house Crowley Global Prep, which is homeschool on campus. So it's cool because these kids, they come to school, they get the socialization, but they do all of their work online on the computers all day. So they're just like in different lounges, they get to do PE, but 6 through 12 is online. So they're familiar with that type of learning.
Yeah.
So it worked out.
That's pretty cool though. I mean, I just think about the long term, like, I guess since they're getting the social aspect of it, it's fine. Because I was about to say, if they didn't have that component, I would be concerned.
Yeah, but you should see the kids, they're different. Like they thrive on learning by themselves.
Yeah.
They're that type of student. Like everybody doesn't get into global prep. So yeah.
That's actually really good.
I wish they had that option for kids who actually learn better that way instead of forcing them to, like, say you about to be in IT or that's the route that you're trying to go down. You shouldn't have to be on campus and taking these classes that you really wouldn't take. Like, I don't need physics to take IT.
Yeah.
But that's just the problem that's wrong with the educational system as it is now. Don't even get me started about STAR, because I'm so tired of that.
$93 million. It costs $93 million to give the STAR test to the state of Texas. That's a waste of money.
Waste of money. Why do we even need the standardized testing anyway? You're taking away from teaching. You're taking away from really teaching.
It is, but we've been so far into, what was it, TOS? You got TOS, the TAX, the STAR, next. So it's always been a test. I think it should be assessments, but it shouldn't be like this big giant one.
No, because that means it sucks because somebody could pass all their classes and then they fail this standardized test and then they're like stuck.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It makes no sense. That's not motivating the student at all.
Not motivating the teacher either, but it kind of gives you a goal to create a well-rounded individual. Think if you give the kids the tools to do anything they want. Like, have you ever given kids a set of blocks, like building blocks? Now, I use this as an example. Like, in your head as an adult, you can think, oh, okay, well, you can build a tower, you can build a house, but to actually see what that child builds from the bricks is totally different from what you would have wanted them to do.
Yep.
So it's important to give the kids the tools they need and to be a guide, but everybody's gonna have different creation at the end.
Yeah.
We're just not ready for that.
That's definitely true. And just the uniformity of the STAR test is not built for everybody. And also, it was parts of that was going to be in the STAR test that you didn't take until you were like a nursing major in college. Like, why are freshmen in high school being tested on this? Like they about to go do nursing in college. Like, it makes no sense.
Right.
Half of them not even going to college.
No, and that's
I mean, if we're being honest,
If
yeah.
we're gonna be honest, like some of them don't want to go, some of them don't need to go. I mean, you know how I stand on this. It's like I'm gonna tell you all your options. I'm not gonna just tell you to go to college because I wish somebody would have told me that I didn't have to go to college because I wouldn't have went to college. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't ever want to tell a student that this is the only route because that is incorrect.
It's not the only route. I'm with you, which is why I'm a CTE teacher. We give kids more options. But at the same time, some kids, like I don't really like this meme that's going around about the kids freshman year and they need to stay at home and take community college. It's something about certain kids being on that college campus really motivates them. And a lot of kids who go to community college who think they're going to transfer, I don't think the rate is that high for them actually completing that route. Like sometimes you need to have that experience. Even if you go to a community college that has housing, like just go to get away because they don't disconnect. Like I'm still in high school, you still at the same house. They need a change. Now, it's not for everybody, like you said.
No, it's not. No, me and Adi went to our first college was a community college that had housing on campus. And
I was gone.
He was gone. I didn't live there, but I basically was at his dorm all the time, so it didn't even matter. But
y'all had an experience. It wasn't like you were still in high school.
Right. And I think it just depends on the person. Like sometimes kids need that year, that buffer year, just to like figure it out. So I think parents need to start understanding that a gap year could be very helpful. And just, I'm not saying let them chill for a year. I'm saying expose them to the world in a year. So that they can understand what they can do, you know, and then they can choose a better route for themselves.
But kids find out what they're good at. And that's what parents should be doing right now during this COVID-19 crisis. You're worried about education, but you can educate your kids all around you every day. You don't have to graduate from college to be a teacher to your child. That's what you were supposed to be doing in the first place. So giving them life experience, like when you go grocery shopping, have them make the list, have them, like it's little bitty stuff that they can do that's not teaching their children, because a lot of parents are stressed about that. We know you can't do algebra. I knew when I was sitting in class next to you that you had C's. I know your kids not learning nothing. It's okay. We're here to help you.
Not when she was sitting next to him in class.
That ain't everybody's strong suit, but you can teach them life skills, like
those are skills that matter.
You can
problem solving skills. You can even use a bill to show them that.
Right, they can be out there and garden. Let's grow some vegetables. Let's talk about the nutrients in this. Let's talk about the folate in the spinach. What does folate do? I'm gonna need you to get on Google. Like, let's just do it like that.
Because everything you have is in your everything you need is in your cell phone. So you can Google it and then just make a plan for the day. I think it's interesting that a lot of parents are like really realizing how important teachers are in the role that teachers play. And I think that people don't give teachers enough credit at all.
You see the parents in Frisco? They out there protesting.
Go sit down for y'all all get COVID.
They are.
I have to go look at it on the news. I was just laughing. They are serious.
What are you protesting for? What are you protesting for?
They want face-to-face classes. So when I don't want to see any GoFundMe's for coronavirus. You wanted this. You asked for it.
That's crazy.
And it's so many, for them fighting for that, like it's so many different rules that you're gonna have to implement with them. Like, say a teacher gets it. The teacher's supposed to go quarantine for 2 weeks. Are they supposed to use their sick days? Is the rest of the time gonna be covered by the district? Where you gonna get a sub at to want to be in that class if that teacher just had
that part?
Coronavirus? Like
that part.
Because if the teacher had it, then the class was exposed.
Exactly.
And then I think it's interesting.
Let's talk about football and teaching. Football and UIL has eclipsed the whole education. They don't even want us back at work to work and teach. They want us back at work so they can go to football games. I'm just so, in Texas, I'm just so scared that we're worried about football over education. The athletes have to do online classes because if they get sick and you messed up the roster, like, it's crazy.
It's very crazy. They, in Texas, they want to make it a point I mean, the world wants to make it a point to get sports back on the map, and I'm like, y'all, God press pause for a reason, y'all. Like,
Right.
I
And they
miss sports and all, huh?
They already rich. They can't live off the football money they made last year.
Some of them ain't rich though. Some of them don't have money because they spend their whole game check in 1 week, and then it's like, bro, from week to week. I watched this one documentary, and he said I had to loan my teammate 20 G's, $20,000 to get to the next game. I was like, bro, who in their right mind be like, yo, let me borrow $20,000. I gotta pay my mortgage.
No, never. They need to stay in school.
I was like, why do you even not have money? Like, but people be blowing their money.
Yeah.
So that's the sad thing about it. People don't know how to manage their money, especially when you got money like that.
Yes.
So
athletes, that's all I'm hearing.
mm-hmm.
Oh, our track season was cut short. We can't do summer training. Like, the online learning is not even an issue anymore.
It's not. I don't think it's ever been the real issue.
Sports training, free lunch, watch my kids so I can work.
Or so they can get off their nerves.
Yeah.
Let's just be real about it. Because most of them don't work. A lot of people don't work anyway.
They're not ready for that conversation.
I'm not trying to be funny, but it's true. It's true. A lot of people don't work. A lot of people, it ain't got nothing to do with them getting laid off of furlough. A lot of them just don't work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I know some of my seniors that I coached, they had to go get like daytime jobs, but why do you need a job beforehand?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why do you need a job now just because you're free during the day? Like, you still got to do this online work so you can actually graduate, right? You know that, right? But it's a lot to go into this.
I know, it's just like open one door to the next. Like, all of this shutting down the schools has caused the biggest. Nobody saw this coming. Mm-hmm. Nobody saw this coming. When they shut down schools, it shut down so much.
Yeah.
When they open up, I want to get paid more.
And you should be paid. And you should be paid more. I think that's something they need to be talking about. What about these salaries?
I wish the unions got together, like the union teachers actually got together. It's like, hey, we gonna go back, whether it's September, October, January, unify and get more money in this, because if it ain't no vaccine, we still putting our lives at risk.
Right.
That's crazy.
But that's
it's crazy to see.
October
5th is our face-to-face start date for Crowley.
Wow.
Ours September 28th.
Yeah, and we start school on September 8th online. So like right now, it's still summer break. Like, I might be working till I don't even know, July next year. I'm still taking off to go graduate though, so I don't care what they do.
Right. My good friend, she said that she works in Grand Prairie, and she said that they are going to do online classes, but they're making them come to the school to do the online class.
That's
I was like,
measure.
Huh?
That's a control measure, because how can you make me waste gas? First of all, this is not environmentally friendly. You know how much it costs for one building to have air conditioning on and electricity? It's very expensive. The school districts are saving so much money.
They are.
Being closed.
Yep. I said, that's so dumb though. Why would you make her come up here just to teach them in the classroom?
And be exposed to these other grown people who you know probably got it, but they coming to work, so they gonna get fired because they scared too.
It's kind of crazy. Like, a lot of people, they not taking it serious either. So it's like, some people, I done seen so many people on social media just partying it up. Like, I mean, partying it up. So
like every weekend
with new people.
Just out.
I was like, bro.
These just teachers gonna be around your kids. In Dallas, one of my sorority sisters, she sent me an article today, and it says the Dallas County reports children hospitalized for COVID-19. So it says basically over 1,500 kids have already been confirmed within the first 3 weeks of July in Dallas.
Them just the
See,
ones
they weren't even releasing that information at first. See, that's crazy.
Just the ones getting tested. They ain't even talking about the ones who probably actually have it. That's not getting tested. That's crazy.
We just don't know enough about this virus, and that's the part that scares me. I really don't want to get the test, but think about teachers. If we go back, like, will we have to pay to get tested every other week?
Yeah. which it should be supplied because you want me to be here.
Right.
Exactly.
A teacher is not a nurse.
At all.
A nurse.
They
Like,
want y'all to be everything though.
right.
They want you to be the nurse, the counselor, the teacher, the doctor,
Everything.
the mama, the daddy.
Motivational speaker, coach.
Yes.
All of it.
Gotta be it all. That's insane.
Talking about that test. That test, it's not pleasant. I got it.
What, the COVID-19? Do it really go all the way back in your?
Yes, and the dude he said, I'm gonna hold it back there for 20 seconds.
That's
So
true.
he gave me a tip. He's like, the best way to do it is like act like you coughing, so it won't be just like you choking. So I was like, and it's just all the way. It feel like it touched the back of your brain and throat at the same time. I didn't.
But then they changed the test too. You know, they have other ones that you can do now.
Like the blood test and all of that.
They got the spit one, and then I think
That's not accurate.
Exactly, but I'm just like, but which one really is? Because like, I don't know how they doing this because they have 3 different types.
The blood test, it shows if you've ever been exposed to it, right?
Yeah, it just shows if you had it before. The most accurate is the big ass Q-tip up your nose.
Oh my God. Oh God.
Okay, what do y'all think about these commercials? I saw a commercial with The Rock and he's like, we need your plasma. I'm like, are these celebrities getting desperate now? He said, what's in your blood could save us. Yeah, y'all should have pulled up this Rock commercial because I was appalled.
I'm about to look it up. What is it? It's
I haven't seen that.
Plasma. I'm gonna share my screen.
we got Jumanji, the next level. Now you want our plasma to rock. I'm sick of you.
Right? I need. I gotta see that.
There he is, bro.
A mess.
I'm gonna share it. Hold on.
Share your screen. I gotta see this.
Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. We're gonna share screen.
They just doing anything, man. It's ridiculous.
Can y'all see it?
Yeah, they say it started. Yeah, there you go. Look at this. He looks so
Man, get out of here. They get the Rock for anything now. How you in every movie?
He the highest paid.
Heroes we need.
Oh, the sound ain't playing because you got your headphones in.
What'd you say?
The sound wasn't playing because you got your headphones in.
Okay.
Cause he sound real sincere. Can y'all hear it?
Yeah. Man, they just get anybody out of it. They could have paid me to do that.
They could have. As long as you was in the hospital bed saying, you know, your plasma can save my life.
Right. I'm gonna be looking real dusty on purpose.
The fight is in us.org. Look at that.
They not getting my plasma.
You're not getting my plasma.
No.
Just not.
At all.
Because I got what they're using it for.
They can't. It's the last time I gave blood, the lady acted like she knew what she was doing. She had me out here looking like a crackhead.
Oh Lord.
I still got marks on my own. I was like, can you give me somebody else? Because you struggling. Like
bruised up.
Arms looking like I was shooting. Nobody got time for that. That's crazy. So are a lot of your teacher friends just as concerned as you are, or is there some people that's like ready to go back?
Okay, so a few of them are ready to go back, and I don't know why. Y'all act like y'all miss these kids so much, and I just want to go ahead and say that these are the same teachers that sit up in the meetings upset about everything they're being told to do. They just faking it for Facebook, okay? A lot of my teacher friends are looking for new avenues of work. They're going into educational consulting, trying to work for tutoring companies, taking out their retirement. They're going to sell houses. Like, the teacher shortage will be real. And I'm most concerned with parents. I don't think they're like aware of what's going on, is that in Texas, they're allowing people who have not passed the certification test to teach. So they might not even be qualified. I don't know about you, but I don't want a dentist who didn't pass the test and is not qualified working in my mouth. And I don't want a surgeon cutting on me that's not qualified to do it either. But they're about to let anybody teach. And the kids are still going to be behind because it takes a while to actually get into the mode of being able to teach and be effective. Like, you don't just pop out of school and boom, like, you number one teacher. I don't care how many certificates they give you. Like, it takes a while to really find and just refine what you're doing.
Yeah. How would you describe your teaching style?
I don't know if I have a teaching style. I try to teach like I learn. So I teach differently all the time. Let's see, I do activities, we do projects. I let them teach. My teaching style it's all over the place. I ain't gonna lie. But it's effective because my kids learn.
Yep. You model a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I can talk about childbirth. I showed the whole thing. I was like, do y'all see this?
I applaud you parents, man. I'm telling you. I scrolled on Facebook one day and I saw childbirth on Facebook, and you'd be like, you want to turn away, but you just be like, I don't know how y'all do. I was like, boy, y'all some G's. Jesus.
See,
Christ.
what I do, I don't show them childbirth. I show them like real pictures of STDs right before spring break.
Yeah.
Right before spring break. Don't be out there wilding out. Look, that's what you're going to come back with.
Oh, I hate the fake STDs that the kids come back and ask me questions. I have like a little question box. Most of the time, they just ask me this straight out. And something about some blue waffles. And I'm just like, does that even sound like a medical disease to you? It sounds like something they got at IHOP. Don't ask me.
Blueberry waffles.
Oh, my goodness.
These kids are hilarious, man.
They are. But they're the future. And that's a little bit scary.
It is.
Even though I teach child development, I don't really teach parenting. Like, I teach overall good skills if you're going to be around kids. And that's why I don't want my students to confuse. Like, if you become a parent, great, cool. You'll be equipped with some things that most people don't know.
Yeah.
But I really want them to be prepared for careers and childhood education and maybe starting their own daycare. So,
yeah.
It's dope.
That is dope. I'm glad they have you.
Glad they have me too, but not for long, because let this degree give me a new job. I'm gonna have to try to Crowley.
I was just about to ask you, what would your dream position be, or what do you think you're gonna do after you get your master's?
I think I still want to work for the school district, and I want to work in intervention because I realized a lot of these kids are behind because they've been behind from the day they walked into the school. So just to try to find the issues early and get them fixed so they don't have to live with this label, and they don't have to be that kid in class saying my mama held me back, because she didn't. She really didn't. The school did.
She really didn't.
The school held you back.
I never understood.
I know the main thing in my district is the reading. So if it feels somehow I could just bring it up to par, because these kids really can't read to understand nothing.
But y'all have that promotion, not a promotion, it's like a little grant going on with Read Fort Worth. One of my good friends, she works for the company, and it's there. She's not working with Fort Worth ISD. It's like an outside company. It's like a consulting firm to get all the kids on reading level. I think by 2025, everybody.
Yes, I did see that.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how that's gonna go.
I don't know. I'm praying it works some type of way.
Yeah, but the goal is to have all third graders on the third grade reading level.
Yeah, because the
what
school
about the people that they missed? Like, how do you do that?
That's what I'm thinking too. I was like, how is everybody else gonna get caught up that's already passed?
They said they starting with a new batch.
At a third grade level.
They said they starting a new batch. They gonna start with a fresh batch.
Yeah,
gotta
be. You gotta start from the foundation.
So they can measure it. They said new batch.
Yeah.
We're gonna start with the third graders that's here right now.
That's not fair, because the thing about the human brain is that even if you pass like third grade, you can still be remediated and they can still get you reading to the level that you need to be at. Mm-hmm. But it pays for these school districts to be behind. And our low income area schools,
oh my God, yes,
they're going to be the hardest hit by COVID-19, because we know they lose information over a weekend, over spring break, over summer break. So right now, it's really detrimental to them for them to already be behind and then not have the resources.
I was about to say, what are some things that that parents can do to help them with that right now? Or what is something somebody can do to help them?
They need to go pick up the free computers and the free hotspots. I'm all for it. Okay, you got to help yourself. They're giving these things to you. I know my district bought hotspots. They distributed them. Our kids, they all made sure they had a device per family. Like the districts are not just leaving these parents high and dry.
So mine ran out. So
your district ran out?
They ran out of laptops and hotspots. They were still trying to give them out the last week of school, and I was like,
"What?"
It was bad. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know what they did with the money that was allocated for that, which we already supposed to have the laptops ready for every kid regardless. But when the pandemic hit, it was like, we got to see how many kids got computers. We thought they already had computers. So it went from computers to hotspots, then they ran out, and then they was trying to give them back. Well, they had to find more money to get more.
How do you have to find money when you had the money?
Yeah, y'all were supposed to be 1-to-1 in the first place. We found out our district wasn't 1-to-1 like they said either. Laptops were stolen, missing. I mean, they just didn't have them.
Yeah.
No, they were assigned and they had signed off. I'm like, no, you have this computer. We showed in our records, and they're like, I don't have a computer.
Boy, boy, you got a computer.
Yeah, you got something.
They like, my
I just remember like being in high school, growing up with my pops and my big mama, let a computer come up missing.
Right.
I'm about to make one or something. Something about to be, cause
you're gonna get the pieces or something.
Yeah.
I think we would have did better in high school if we had that type of technology where it was 1-to-1.
Absolutely.
Because I remember our teachers barely using PowerPoints. I think about Mr. Harris, because he works at Curly High School. And I was
he over
there? That's cool to be there with him after he was your teacher.
It is so crazy. My kids was like, he was your teacher. Oh, Mr. Harris, you old. It's hilarious.
I do think that we would have had, I feel like our generation is the perfect generation to start with, like when it comes to technology, or was the perfect generation to start with, because we were right in the middle. We know how it feels to have dial-up, and we know how it feels to have, a phone with high-speed internet on it or whatever. But I feel like they didn't properly cater to us at all. Like they just told us this and made us go that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I don't remember a lot of what I learned in high school. I know I had to remember something, but I can't just tell you a lesson that just stood out to me.
Nah, we had the luxury of going to tech though. I feel like we probably had more of an advanced education than a lot of people in Fort ISD, because we learned to trade. Because we learned to trade. And our teachers seemed like they actually cared. So
I think they did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It reminds me of tech, but just kind of on a different scale. Like my campus is going to get to where tech is. Like we offer most of the programs, but it was something about Trimble Tech that everybody had something. Yeah. And Fort ISD schools have that at every campus, Nobody's taking advantage of it. And I mean, when your child is grown like they want to be, it's nobody's fault anymore.
Nope. Not at all.
I like teaching high school. It's just like, okay, after this, like this is it. You can't blame me. If you failed, you failed.
Right.
It's
I
on
failed
you.
some of my favorite students just to let them know I'm for real.
You gotta do that though. Like, yeah, you gotta do that. Seriously, I remember the first kid that I had failed when I was just doing lab assistant stuff, and I was like, you gotta follow step by step. This reaction is gonna mess up some stuff. So I'm trying to tell you, this is acid that you're playing with.
Acid, so, Lord Jesus.
No.
He just started playing with it and like just squirting it across the room and stuff. I said, okay, fail. This was one of my players. So, oh, coach, you can do that? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
To remind them that you're not above the law,
Yeah. No, you about to learn. Basketball on the basketball court. When I'm in my zone, I'm in my zone.
That's crazy. He spraying acid across the room. Boy. These kids are
He
crazy.
didn't think it was acid. So I was like, oh, I'm just gonna put acid on her. This is, I'm just gonna play a joke. Cool.
Right. You know what? I know this is random, but I want to know what Ron Clark Academy is doing during this COVID. Because he the most whipping and nay-naying person I ever seen.
True.
What is he doing with online learning? Let's hear about what he can do. I don't know, y'all. I don't know how I feel about Ron Clark Academy and his style. Like, I think it's cool that he appeals to the kids and their culture and what they're interested in. But at the same time, like when Black people do stuff like that, it's not taken the same way. You don't become a millionaire.
Nope.
Making songs and, having a slide in the school. We don't get that. No.
Nope.
It's a little.
Yeah, we don't even get the funding to do that.
Right. He got money to have a camera.
That man got a new pair of Chucks Vans, whatever I see. New shoes every day. He ain't no real teacher.
That's crazy. Yeah.
These same flats from Cartans where my granny told me to get them when I first started teaching. Don't let me know you, baby. These aerosols, I've been still wearing them for 10 years.
Yeah, it sucks that we don't get the same credibility when we try to do things to make our kids feel more comfortable. It's insane how they want to make it like, I guess they feel like us catering to our students is like a threat against other students or something. I don't know.
Right.
It's kind of weird.
It's gonna work. So will you be responsible for the kids that you are a nanny of, like education-wise, like making sure they're doing their online work and stuff?
Well, when I was a full-time nanny, I just do it in the summer and like date nights now. But when I was a full-time nanny, yeah, I used to have to make sure they did their work and everything. But I may actually make it a option or a service this fall because a lot of parents don't want to do it. And I was like, I can mask up 4 times and just
let me know so I can resign.
come facilitate their because really it's not hard. You literally just have to watch over them, make sure they have a recess. I structure it just like school. Like if I was a teacher, that's what I would be doing, creating a homeschool. Well, do it online, obviously, but creating something like that on my own because they not supposed to take care of nobody. Like they worried about their bottom line. They're not concerned about the livelihood of these teachers, and it sucks.
Yes, as a teacher and a parent, like with me, I was teaching during the day. We had to have office hours where I had to have the computer on and be sitting by just in case the kid popped up on my Zoom, by chance, if they wanted to. And I couldn't homeschool my child at the same time. So it kind of offered me flexibility. I work good at night and so does he. So we did his schoolwork at night. But going back in the fall, will he have to be on at certain times? Like, how will I be able to do it both? I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out though.
Yeah, that's because you're a good parent.
In urban, the teachers, they have to go teach remotely from their classrooms, and they can bring their kids aged 3 to 12.
Now there's something that'll work for the parent than the teachers.
But do you want your kid there?
Right.
No, I wouldn't. I'm just saying it's a viable option because the stuff that my district came out with, like first and second year teachers got to be on campus, and if you're not a teacher, you still got to be on campus. So let's like office staff, everybody is paraprofessionals, everybody got to be on campus. And I was like, that's dumb. We still getting exposed. Like, you're just not gonna have the kids there.
That's my question too. I'm concerned about the paraprofessionals too, because like you got people, they clock in. So it's like, I mean, I'm an hourly based employee myself, but it's like the people who literally like have to clock in, what are they doing to help them? Are they just out of a job, or like are they getting any financial assistance or anything?
I don't know.
Getting paid. Like the secretaries, I think they were still getting paid.
Yeah, I think everybody still got paid, but I don't know how they're gonna do it with this upcoming school year. They just want everybody on campus, and which half of them can work from home anyway. Well, most of them really.
Yeah.
If not all.
Just keep it at home. If we wouldn't have got out of the quarantine so early, we wouldn't be in this situation.
At all.
Mr. Greg Abbott.
Hot Wheels. I can't believe him. He want to go throw baseballs and stuff.
Hot Wheels.
This man want to go throw baseballs. I'm sick of him too.
Sick of him. I said you following your president and you just made it worse. Texas wasn't even a hot spot. Like, we were not a hot spot.
Not like New York. I was like, oh, look at New York. And now look at us. Texas, California, Florida. We just looking real.
But New York done cleaned up their act though. Their numbers have dropped. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they learned.
Cause their person he shut it down. He let nobody up in there. They shut everything down. Texas need to do the same thing. Nobody. I feel like we need to really quarantine. I don't even think Texas really quarantined, to be honest.
They're not gonna shut us down. We needed a true shutdown. Like no grocery stores, no nothing. Like everything closed. Get what you need. We ain't opening back up 2 weeks.
We need to do that for real.
They should have.
I thought that's what it was gonna be. I really thought that's what it was gonna be. I was there spending all my money on groceries.
Me
and
too. I did the same thing.
And things. I stocked up so much, it was ridiculous. But I bought the stuff that we needed, but I was just like, we didn't know what was gonna happen. Yeah. This is not a quarantine.
It wasn't. You can still get food to go. I can still go to Texas Roadhouse.
Exactly. I was like, Texas.
I went to Gloria's and got me a margarita to go and everything. I was like, I thought this was shut down.
Getting your liquor to go, that changed the game. I don't even like the restaurants when they was full. I went out to eat. I went to Texas Day Brazil for the first time. And I mean, it was so empty, but it was so wonderful. Like, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Yeah. I think it's funny that people didn't even know what quarantine meant before the quarantine.
No. Me either. I feel like I'm entangled in teaching right now. Dude.
Yeah.
Quarantine, entanglement. It was another name though. Essential. They didn't know what essential was.
I'm an essential worker.
No books growing up, huh?
Essential.
Really, everybody is essential. And you know, okay, this is who disappointed me the most when it came to the schools, education, response. Betsy Price.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Like, her leadership was at a zero. She wasn't on the news. She wasn't speaking. She took a coronavirus test.
Multiple times.
Right. She finally put on a mask. Like, she didn't take it seriously for us. She can't wait to get the kids back in school so we can have these low-wage workers. Basically, that's what you want. That's how I felt when she was talking about we need to get the kids back in school and the low-income workers because those are our workers we need. No. We need to make sure they get a quality education when they get back. That's what we need.
That's what you're getting this money for. That's why y'all getting these grants.
Yes.
That's what the budget is for.
Yeah, right. And now people talking about defunding education. They want their money back. When you're renting, you're not paying tax. I don't think. Well, I don't know. Don't quote me.
Now, when you talking about,
but what money? What money are you paying me?
Right. I was like, y'all don't even get enough money. Look, we're not gonna talk about that because that's just dumb.
The apartment complex use part of the rent money to pay taxes towards the school districts that they're around, because that would kind of make sense. But you need to live there, and when part of your rent is provided by the government, then how much money are you really putting into school? Like, I feel like you're getting more. So I don't like that either. So you want to just defund us so we can halfway teach your kids. Because if I get half a check, I'm going to halfway teach.
Exactly.
Look, they better be lucky people ain't already halfway teaching.
For real.
Because, I mean, after they take the taxes out, it's like, how can you expect people to live off of this?
And the insurance. Our insurance premiums for a family, you're looking into
Oh, my God.
You're looking into
I don't even want to talk about that.
And high deductible is the worst insurance because you have to meet by $5,000 out of pocket that you never did have because you're paying the co-pays out of pocket. It's bad.
Crazy.
That's why I'm glad that I'm married to a healthcare professional because they got some of the lowest insurance. Because with me, it was just going to be, for me to have everything, it was going to be, almost $300 a month.
Yes.
It's ridiculous. Not even talking about adding my kids. That's a whole $1,000.
Yep.
So what check?
What check? I'm supposed to have.
That's crazy, man.
Speaking of the check, this is the last thing I'm worried about. As a teacher, I am not about to go to Home Depot. I'm not about to purchase PVC pipes or, plastic shower curtains. I'm not making boundaries because that will come out of my check.
Mm-hmm.
Just to make it look cute so I can put it on Facebook in the Teachers Who Slay Classrooms group. Knowing it's not proven effective, like if they're gonna put up some type of PPE, the school districts needs to do, it needs to be some type of standard. Because what I'm seeing now is teachers making stuff, makeshift little cubbies for their kids out of their own pockets. And they're like, oh, it costs $200.
Them kids is not gonna stay in that cubby.
Oh, they're gonna stab it with a pencil. They're gonna be sitting right there.
Right.
Put them all in bubbles.
Stuff.
Put them all in bubbles. We're gonna teach outside today. This is what we doing for my classroom. We're gonna buy them big ass bubbles.
Yeah.
That's what we gonna do. Teaching a bubble in a well ventilated place outside.
Right. I mean, we could teach outside, but even when what happened when those tornadoes came through, how Dallas, they had those teachers teaching in that convention center, you know that wasn't an ideal learning situation.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that Texas' response in trying to provide education to the kids is so subpar. Instead of going to some of these big churches who I know have little rooms and stuff, they do Bible studies in, you put them in a convention center where they were all close together. Those kids were learning. I would have been looking all around trying to see what's going on.
It's too much. They're too overstimulated. It's way too much going on in there.
Yeah, but they want us to spend our money and risk our life and come and watch their kids.
That's crazy.
So since you're the petty guest of today, what's the pettiest thing you've done, either as a teacher or just a co-worker in the educational field?
No, we can't talk about this. I feel like, can I plead the fifth? I feel like I'm gonna incriminate myself. I done did all kind of petty stuff. Just like right now, like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I gotta do better. I done did some stuff. And not at this last campus. I've been pretty good. I have, man. Except I decorated my door for Black History Month and nobody else did. And I wore dashikis almost the whole month. Like,
y'all gonna know.
I did some African print like every Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And I know all the male teachers was looking at me crazy. Like, what? Yes.
Like, we know you're Black. We know you're Black.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna give y'all my petty situation because it pops up on my Snapchat. So at my campus, we have culinary arts and it's like a big thing, but everybody in my school thinks they can cook. So we do like, I didn't participate. I was just there to just make fun of it and comment on the dishes. Like, brings food and they have numbers on them and you have to vote on what's best. Y'all was going by each dish. I said, green bean casserole. Who made this? Y'all, one of my coworkers put deer meat in the chili. Like, I was on these dishes. I felt so bad because one of my coworkers, I didn't know it was his. I said, what is this? What is this? This mashed potato enchiladas. I said, who made this?
Mashed potato enchiladas.
Made this. Man, I was just being petty. Never again.
Yeah, and you know, we can't eat everybody's food either, so you know.
No,
but it was just funny just being in the atmosphere. I felt like I made the whole day better because everybody was being so nice. Oh, this is amazing. This tastes good. Let's tell the truth. Let's tell the truth. Who burnt these wings and threw the sauce on them like this was good?
I can't work with you. Oh my God.
Torch.
I be doing the same thing. I cannot work with you.
Bro, LaKendra would have been fun to work with.
I'm scared.
Right.
It's going to be the most teachers I ever work with. I'm going to North Crowley.
What?
None of these people. It's like 200 teachers up there. I don't even know nobody.
They gonna know you before long, though. They gonna know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be incognito.
She said she's trying to be incognito. That's well, LaKendra, we appreciate you coming on. This has been hilarious.
Y'all funny. We already knew from the Zoom. Y'all shouldn't even get me started. From the
like, yeah, we gotta get LaKendra on.
Got to. Had to. But yeah, so y'all, until next time, don't just be petty.
Be a friend.